Mastering is my biggest weak point. I do the best I can do, and sometimes I get some pretty good results. So I'm gonna show you what I do to sometimes get some pretty good results. Yo, what's going on? It's Jackson from Space Map Studios, and today I'm gonna be mastering a song from start to finish. And if you didn't see my last video, I mixed this song from start to finish. So if you haven't seen that one, go watch that one. Yeah, I've touched up the mix a little bit. Obviously, after having fresh ears and coming back to it, I was able to make some smarter decisions and improve a few things about it. So I'm starting with that. Let's get straight into the master. This is my process. If you're new to mastering or mixing, this is definitely going to be helpful to you. Maybe jumpstart to my position. Remember, we've got 30 free guitar loops in the description below for producers, and we've got 8 free beats in the description below for artists. Make sure you go get those. There's gonna be a bunch more stuff coming. Melody Pack is gonna be the next thing to drop. It's gonna be completely for free, so make sure you go check that out. First thing I'm gonna start off with is a Pro Q3. Now let me show you here what the track sounds like without any mastering stuff going on.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love it.
So it sounds really good. I really enjoy that mix, but we can make it sound bigger and we can make it sound better. Let's get straight to that. The first thing I did was pulled up, whoops, not that one, don't look. First thing I did was I pulled up here. I've got a Pro Q3 and I've got a very light high pass filter coming on the lows just to slightly kind of start ducking out the stuff we can't hear. If it's too steep, you're gonna cause some phasing issues, so beware of that. And then I've got this dynamic EQ on the highs. So let's hear what that sounds like.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking.
So the next thing I'm gonna do is take standard clip. Now what this is gonna do is shave off all those transients that we can't even hear. It's that just extra peak of noise that your brain's not even registering. It's happening so fast. So let's see here. I've got it set to hard clip mode. What it's clipping off will turn red.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby.
So those kicks are absolutely slamming. And what that's gonna do is give us that extra, how much are we losing here? Like an extra 2 dB of space that we can push it up against the limiter. So if you've got all these wavelengths coming up and there's some high, I'm not gonna be able to push the low level information up against the limiter as much if these peaks are so high. I could bring it up, but it's just there's gonna be a lot more distortion and a lot more artifact noise garbage. I'm also gonna add down here loudness meter to see where we're at. Usually I think first cleanup and then additional and tone fulfilling, I guess you could call it. So the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and apply Soothe 2. And this is just for like my peace of mind knowing high end really makes or breaks a song. It really is so freaking annoying when a song has just that piercing, obnoxious high end. Like I'd rather a song be dense, thick, and almost dull sounding, but I can crank the volume and really enjoy the music for what it is. But you're never gonna have ear pain from too little high end, but you'll have a lot of ear pain from too much high end. That was probably my biggest mistake when I started like mixing my own music, was just boosting the highs and really do something like that. Absolutely do I not do that anymore. I like this preset ear-friendly top on master too. Then kind of move this down a little bit, push this up a little bit, turn my sharpness up a little bit.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time.
So you can hear what it's doing there. It's pretty cool. This thing like Soothe 2, it just auto attacks frequencies. I don't know how it's deciding. I couldn't tell you honestly. I just know it sounds good.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one day.
Now I'm gonna push the cleaned up signal into a limiter, just barely. I mean, I'm not looking for much.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want.
So it's really just still grabbing those kicks. I mean, those kicks are gonna make this a lot of fun to push up against the ceiling because those things are really loud. I wonder if I should just shave them off even more. Let's try it.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one, that's it, baby.
Isn't that crazy how I'm cutting the volume? I'm literally clipping off the top of the kick and it's making it sound louder. That's wild. So let's see now how it's like, what it looks like on the limiter after that.
Baby, ruin my night and waste.
So at this exact setting beforehand, we were getting 2 dB of reduction on the limiter when that kick was hit. And now we've got an extra like 2 dB that we can push it before the limiter even touches it. So that's crazy. Definitely what I want. Let's turn this oversampling up.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one, that's it, baby, yeah, me someday, but baby, you want it her way. She tell me I should go. Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one, that's it, baby, yeah, me.
Okay, now we got that pushed into the limiter. I do think that helped. Obviously, we'll be able to tell as we continue to pull things up. So now I'm gonna do like a perceived loudness effect. This Oxford inflator is crazy. It was on, I don't know if it's still on sale, but it's like initially 150, 160 bucks or something crazy, which I bought it at, unfortunately. But it was on sale not too long ago for 30 bucks. I don't know if it still is. You should probably go check. I think I saw it on Sweetwater.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie.
Sounds good. So now what I like to do is to add, like, give a kind of objective tone. I can scroll through this Abbey Roads mastering channel and get something.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby,
so that's neat. It's adding a little bit of sheen at 4K and it is boosting the lows at 32, which is crazy low. I mean, barely, not even 2 dB. And it's got a parallel limiter on it at 50% mix, and then the spreader is at 0.9. I like the way that sounds.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one, that's it, baby, yeah, me someday, but baby, you want it her way. She tell me I should go. Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking.
So this is something I also do a lot, is use saturation to boost the highs. And in a way, it almost just smoothens them out. I feel like it's adding a lot of noise in between the lines, which I like. And I think it adds loudness, yet smoothness to the top end. Next, I'm just going to put another limiter on it and we're done. I think, I hope.
Baby, ruin my night and waste all my time. Saying love at first sight, but baby, no, I lie. She been taking my life, she saying it ain't mine. Saying love is still alive, but baby, no, I die right. I'm on the wrong way, oh baby, you want me one, that's it, baby, yeah, me someday, but baby, you want it her. I won't tell you when.
Interesting. So I think 9.4 is gonna be the best we're gonna be able to do. I'm gonna take my headphones off and give it a listen. I don't claim to be a mastering engineer, but if you need me to master your track, I'm gonna master your track. Whatever that means, I'm gonna do that thing. So basically what I've understood about mastering in my last like little push to learn more about it is I'm trying to reshape the waveform of the entire track to be the most compact yet dynamic yet loud thing possible, and push that up against the ceiling so that way the mix is most positioned in the spotlight as possible. So that's kind of my general understanding of what I'm doing right now. Shoot, you tell me if there's any like really high level mastering engineers watching this, tell me what I'm doing wrong. I need to know. The plugins that help me understand mastering the most would be the SIR audio standard clip. It's just obvious. Yeah, I mean, you have to have standard clip. It's like 25 bucks. And then the FabFilter Pro L, which is a little pricier, but I've never understood limiting more than when I started using that. So I highly recommend doing that. Yeah, don't forget about the 30 guitar samples in the description. They're completely free for producers. And don't forget about the 8 beats in the description below. Completely free. Get your mom to download it. I don't care. Something. We're trying to build the ecosystem and the network to launch products and launch services and things that are genuinely going to help you out and genuinely help everyone grow.